saw the question in the chat about Jazz.
Yeah.
How long is he out for?
I don't know how long he's out for, but he slid into home, has a left UCL injury. I think they're still doing imaging on it to see. I think
Okay.
they said it's a sprain, I believe is what I saw. So
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Yeah, they're saying he's going to
crazy.
avoid surgery, but there's nothing more on how bad it is.
Yeah. So, well, speaking of injuries, we got Austin Riley out 6 to 8 weeks. Are the Atlanta Braves done?
I mean, they were already hanging on, and this is, I think, the straw that breaks the camel's back. I don't know how you lose him too, and stay competitive down the stretch.
Do they sneak into the playoffs?
I don't see how, but if they can find somebody to fill that void, maybe they do.
Man, it's been a tough year down there in Atlanta for sure.
I mean, they've only got a 2-game lead in the wild card. I mean, it's hard to believe they're going to hang on to that. I mean, they were already not having a great season with what they've lost and players underperforming, but to lose Riley on top of it, I mean, who's left in that lineup that's really going to add any thump? I mean, other than Ozuna, it's a one-man show now.
Yeah. I mean, unless your guys get going, like Olsen can hurt you. If he gets hot, it's game over there. You know, you got Murphy, d'Arnaud, those guys are all power guys, but Michael Harris is coming back, I believe. So that adds some speed and some contact at the top. But yeah, I mean, too many key injuries, I think, for the Braves for them to overcome. I think they do kind of sneak into the playoffs, but I don't see them making a deep run, even with Chris Sale dealing like he's dealing.
Yeah, I mean, in all this, you got Chris Sale, who's still just terrorizing other teams.
Yeah. So I don't know. What are your thoughts, Sean? Do you think the Braves make the playoffs or not?
I don't know, man. It's a tough year, a lot of injuries. It's a team that's got a lot of experience. I know a lot of the experienced guys are the hurt ones, but they're still in the locker room. I mean, they're still kind of around the team.
Yeah.
They got, what did you say was 2.5 up on the wild card?
Yeah, the 2 up.
That's a thin margin to hold up.
That's a bad weekend away from falling out.
Right. I mean, this is, it's still middle of August. I mean, there's still 40-ish games left. So I think it's an uphill battle for them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be totally shocked, but I'd be surprised if they make it.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
all right, well, it's
going to be a challenge.
So we'll stay in the NL, but news this week that Christian Yelich is succumbing to the back injury, and he's going to have season-ending back surgery. I know they were trying to hold off on it a little bit and just to see if it got any better, and it's not. But the Brewers are up 10 games in the Central, so they're fine. I'm putting them in. I'm penciling them in the playoffs now. However, does Yelich's injury hurt them in the first round? Are they pulling another Milwaukee Brewers season where they just get bounced in the first round?
That's what they do.
Well,
right?
It's all matchups. I mean, I think it's going to depend on who they're playing, right? I mean, it's a matchup game. I think so, though.
Yeah,
I think so.
I can't even remember the last time they've won a playoff series. I mean, they got up there with Minnesota.
I mean, you would have thought they won like 9 straight World Series the way people think about Craig Counsell, but how's that working out for the Cubs this year, huh? Craig Counsell's really come to town and changed things for them, and the Brewers have just imploded without him. Shocking.
Yeah,
sarcasm.
Counsell's like the most overrated manager in baseball. We said this back in the spring, but anyways, I mean, the Brewers team is better than expected. They do a little bit everything well, and that's why they are where they are. Losing Yelich hurts, but I do think that team's played really well lately, even without him. I don't know that team is like all of a sudden that much worse without him. They've gotten production from everybody. Losing him certainly hurts, but I don't think it's like, oh my goodness, the season's over for them. They're going to get bounced. I mean, if they get to Sean's point, they get a decent matchup in the first round, they could come in and wipe somebody out. Honestly, and head to head, if they're right couple guys get hot at the right time, they could take anybody down. They've proven that throughout the season. When they're playing well, they're hard to beat. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't believe in them. Like, it's so hard.
No, well, the track record's not good. It's like the Dodgers. I don't believe in the Dodgers in the playoffs either.
So let's see. 2023 lost wild card. 2021 lost the National League Division Series. 2020 lost wild card. 19 lost wild card. 18 lost the championship series. So 18 is the last time they got to the championship series. So they did win a wild card series in 21, lost in the division. And then no playoff appearances between 18 and 2011. They lost the NLCS 4-2.
Yep.
They have not won a playoff series, or have not. They've gotten to the NLCS once, twice since 1982.
Yeah. I mean, track record's not good. But this is definitely a different team the way they've played this year.
Yeah.
Than we've seen in the past. They are much more resilient, much more consistent. They're not so hot and cold. They were always that team that would be just like crazy streaky. They'd win 8 of 10, then lose 8 of 10. Like, they were all over the place.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Oh yeah, this is a great point too. Every time I hear laying off back injuries, David Wright. David Wright's the robbed of another what if for us for sure. Like,
yeah,
another career cut short. We got robbed of what he could have been. For
and
sure.
A player that was just like so genuinely liked by everybody.